Oh no, what happened to my fire?
Broken fire.
Episode 177. The pub is open and welcome. And guess where I'm going tonight? To go see Stevie. Yay! At the Bridgestone. Yay! Yeah, maybe there'll be some surprise guests because it's Nashville and people are home on a Tuesday. No one's on the road yet. And I know no one's really on the road yet because at the grocery store by my house, the tour bus is parked there. And then they load up with ham and turkey and delicious things. And then they take these people out to sell their wares and their merch. I've only seen one tour bus. Somebody's going out this weekend.
Really?
Welcome. Maybe it's Stevie's.
Maybe.
I don't think Stevie's dragging her own merch bus, and I don't think Stevie's on a bus. I think Stevie's on a private jet with her dog. Yes, I'm very excited about that. You know, the 75-year-olds
Crushing it.
go when they're, crushing it.
Yep.
But go when they're out there. Because I thought, well, I did just see Stevie not too long ago.
It's never enough.
Well, it would be. I can't be one of those people that goes once a month. It ruins it.
No.
Yeah, I don't get all that. But
Once a month would be a stalker.
yeah, once you're getting into baby reindeer territory here, and then I think, oh my God, the person on stage looks out and sees those people again, especially with comedy.
Yeah.
Because I can't write that fast.
No.
I mean, once every 6 months, yeah, but with music, I guess it doesn't matter. People just want to hear Landslide again.
I agree.
They just want to. Edge of 17, yes,
That's mine.
yeah. What are we drinking? Well, because we're in Nashville, Tennessee, the Jackalope Brewery is one of my favorite breweries here. I'm going to be your boots on the ground for Nashville. If you termites have any questions about coming to Nashville, you send it to the email box. And that's why I keep reporting on the bars and stuff in case you have a big trip coming up. You know, the pros and the cons.
That's why you're doing it.
Well, I'm doing the work of the Lord. I'm going bar to bar and giving reviews and letting people know what is available. I spent a lot of extra time in Nudies last week. It is one of my favorite. It's an actual honky tonk.
Yeah.
Note to Garth Brooks. A honky tonk usually has wooden floors. Hello. And a tiny stage in the corner where we put 17 people in a band and make enough room. Hello. We're going to get to that.
There was a white dude doing Lizzo.
There was a chubby white, seemingly just looks like your run-of-the-mill country white guy who did Lizzo. It was a fucking amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and he got a huge round of applause and a lot of tips for it. So maybe he should learn some more Lizzo songs. Or different artists that you wouldn't expect him to do.
Right.
Yeah, didn't look like it. So we're drinking this was honor of the Preds, the hockey team, the Nashville Predators, which I really think they've missed the boat on calling them the Predators. They should have been the Catfish.
I agree.
And I don't know why no major league team, throwing this out there, free idea, has gone with camo as their uniform.
I know.
You would sell billions, and then you could sell pink camo for the women that like pink. I'd go green, bright green. I would wear it.
The Padres have it.
The Padres have, it's a military thing, though, I believe.
right.
I think
Right.
it's military.
Yeah, that's
Anyway, this Preds beer, the Preds sucked. The Blues sucked.
Terrible.
I don't know. I'm rooting for Edmonton for my friend Lars, a comedian. He's from Edmonton. Yeah, and I don't really know anybody from Edmonton, but I know Lars has put in a lot of years rooting very hard. And they have Connor McDavid, and I don't feel that Connor's showing up as Connor.
not.
No,
It's my home province.
I know, it's where you're from. I mean, Connor, if you're the Michael Jordan, the MVP,
Turn it up.
let's see it happen.
up.
It has to happen during the playoffs or it doesn't count and you're a joker.
Yep.
Enough said on hockey. No one cares except me.
I care.
You care. Canadians care. All of Canada
I've
cares.
watched every game.
Yeah. So that's what we're drinking. What are we eating? Well, we're going to try some Lay's potato chips that claim they're BLT flavored.
Oh,
Yeah, who pitched this at the Lay's meeting?
no idea.
If you were my dad, you just put these on your BLT.
Oh, magnificent.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't need special chips. You just make a BLT. Put up. Oh,
Oh, you like them?
I do.
Nice.
Wow.
Why does it say East Coast inspired when everybody has BLTs?
East Coast inspired. Well, maybe somebody on the East Coast presented the idea. Paddles, you don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
They're good.
Good.
I like them a lot. I'd say tied with a real Lay's. And I've never said that before. Yeah,
Tied.
tied. I would take these. They're not as, I don't know, as I eat the 90th one. I don't know. A plus, Liz.
Nice.
Well done.
Okay.
And I always think you should never, ever mess up an original.
Right.
Speaking of East Coast people, I'm going to give all of the East Coast a shout out and some sort of, oh, no. Sorry. I got to read something off my phone. So the phone rang.
East Coast shout out.
I'm going to give them an imaginary award
Okay.
because I don't have enough award for everybody on the East Coast. All sports fans on the East Coast, your dedication, I don't know how they stay up that late.
I don't know either.
And they have to go to work.
Yeah.
And then these hockey games go into overtime. And now I just sit there and scream, it's 12:45 in New York. Like these poor people, I'm struggling to stay awake in Central time zone. And I didn't like the West Coast time zone because it's too early. Like football's on at 10 in the morning. I'm not awake. I haven't even had a Bloody Mary. So shout out. I don't know how the East Coast people do it. I really don't. Especially when baseball, because that can go on forever. And hockey, there's been so many overtimes. I feel bad. I wouldn't want to be in that time zone. We're now trying rolled gold, Cool Ranch flavored. No.
No.
People try to flavor things with ranch. And you can't.
No.
Because they use a powder. There's a powder all over this. I can taste it.
I can see it.
Yeah, it's on my fingers. No.
All right. Hard no.
And rolled gold are my favorite. That and Snyder's pretzels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was a failed idea at the meeting, and I'm imagining that meeting took place in the Midwest. Somebody in Missouri or Wisconsin or Illinois went, put ranch on them.
Do it.
How about you just have ranch next to pretzels? Real ranch. That's how we solve that. That's what we do there.
powder.
And we're going to try one more thing. Subway. I will say I've revisited a Subway because they made changes, and I thought somewhere on the road, let's give them a try.
Okay.
And I got their Italian sandwich heated up, and it was really good.
Really?
Yeah, and I have no reason to promote Subways. I like Jersey Mike's probably better, but sometimes this is their roasted garlic aioli sauce that they sell. I don't know.
It's aioli, not aioli.
Aioli. Aiolio. It's aiolio.
E-I-E-I-O.
Oh, God, no.
No.
Well, it's got a lot of garlic. I'm not a garlic monster. If you love garlic, yes.
Get it.
Could I have a little bit of this on a sandwich? Yeah, but it's going to change your whole sandwich.
It is.
You got to be ready for that.
Yep. Go back to the Beyonce.
This is a do you dare. Do you dare? Do you buy that whole bottle? It's like $7, $8.
Yep.
You going to do that?
Nope.
No.
Not now.
No. Ew. No. Ew.
What's your review? Ew.
That's ew. I'm saying no. Stick with the Italian sandwich. Get it heated up. Okay, here's where the shows are going to be, and then we're going to get on into it. On June 8th, West Hampton, New York.
Fun.
Yes, I'll be at the Hamptons. June 16th, Charlestown, West Virginia. I love that casino. June 29th, Portland, Maine. 19th and 20th, Borgata. So fun. And I know where my video poker machine is. I'm very excited because I haven't got to gamble in a long time. And I think my dad will help me from the other side.
I hope so.
I think so. I feel Jackalope could make a royal flush come. July 26th, San Antonio, which is also July 27th. I'll be in Austin, which is why I'm drinking out of my Matt's El Rancho
Delicious.
beer stein. August 2nd, Marietta, Ohio. August 3rd, Cincinnati, or as my dad would have said, Cincinnati. Drove me batshit crazy. I'm like, Dad, it's not an A.
You know that, Dad.
I know. He knows that. August 10th, Niagara Falls. August 24th, Hampton Beach. August 30th and 31st, the Venetian. Yeah.
Yeah.
September 6th, Tarrytown. September 7th, Wilmington. And then the rest of those will get announced the rest of the fall. Well, I think they're announced.
They're all up.
Yeah, they're all up.
Yeah, they're
but I just don't, you don't want to be boring people that far away.
No.
But there you go.
You're working
So,
on fall 2025 now.
yeah, I know. They send emails. What are you going to do on Thursday, January 12th in 2025? Fuck. I don't know.
Are you available?
Well, people always wonder, yes, I'm available. Well, of course. No, you know what? No, I actually have to go to a confirmation on a Tuesday. It's people do wonder, like, how do you get these gigs? Like, how do you get the Ryman? How do you get Chicago? Well, just briefly, In the old days, it was comedians and musicians vying for the same theaters or venues. Like once you're out of the club deal, you've moved up to whatever. Well, now it's a full-on battle with the YouTubers and the TikTokers. They can sell them out too.
Yeah.
So now they're like, it's like calling the front seat when you're a kid, where you're like, I called it, but you have to call it. And then when they say, they use terms like you're the third hole, that means 2 other people have called it. And if their puzzles don't work, it will fall to the next one in line. Yep. So yeah, now that things have to be booked 17 years in advance.
Shout out to Heidi and Bronson.
Shout out to Heidi and Bronson, my agents and marketing guy. And my friends, yes. But they really do the puzzle well. And it's not easy. No. So we moved on to, well, I got to say, so I went purposely to Garth Brooks's bar because I hadn't seen the other floors. So I need to give it a chance.
Did you slip on down to the Oasis?
I slipped on up to the Oasis. The Oasis, there's a lot of pictures of Garth. If you're a fan, you will not be disappointed. There's a statue of Garth. There's a merch store of Garth. He seems like a very nice man on the show, but whatever. The rooftop is fine. Yep. It's nice.
There's palm trees.
And there are palm trees and tiki hut bar things. Is that Oasis? Yes. Okay, well, I don't follow all this. I was there for Trisha Yearwood's chicken fingers. That was my main objective. And even when I ordered them, there was a youngster, and she was like, have you ever had them? And I go, no, I saw them on TV, though, and I know Trisha Yearwood had her own cooking show, and I know she's from Georgia, so I know they're going to be fattening and good. She said, they're the best things I've ever eaten in my life. You get 4 for $14 with fries, and she puts vinegar. Who does that? My favorite thing on fries. A little thing of vinegar, ranch. They're the best chicken fingers I've ever eaten in my life.
Unbelievable.
There's a little bit of, there's spicy, a little bit of KFC going on there on the outside, I feel, but better than KFC. And fat old chicken, like $14, those 4, I could eat that for lunch and dinner.
Wow.
It's not, they're huge. So A+ on that. And then I revisited Tanya Tucker's bar in Nudies. Well, I stayed down at Nudies for a while because that was fun. And then that's the cantina, and the food up there is great.
Yep.
Really, really great guacamole. If you just want to hit and run, get some guacamole. There's my... and then I met a bunch of people from Kansas City on the rooftop of Garth's, and they were like, let's take some pictures. They did not know I'm a comedian. They didn't know anything from anything. I hope they get home and somebody goes, hey, is that lady in your picture?
She was a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan. There you go. And I knew it was St. Joe, Missouri. I was like, oh, I know right where that's at. My old agent used to go over there because she lived in Nebraska, and that's where she had to get her supplies. St. Joe, Missouri. life things that don't exist. And so that's what's going on. We're going to get to my obsession with baby reindeer in a minute, but first we have some king and queen news.
Yay!
Well, Stevie, tonight I'll report back. Is that Stevie over there? Yes. Oh, they're selling these at the shows now.
Stop it.
That's what it says online. That's what it says, but I already have 2. Dolly quiet this week. Tanya's out on tour. If you want to go, it's a lot of festivals. It's what the country people do. Yeah. They just festival up. And state fairs, they never tire of it. I think it would be, well, I guess it's what they do. I don't know. Snoop Dogg. He is going to be a new coach on The Voice.
Stop it.
That's what Michael Bublé had to offer and told us. I don't know if he was supposed to tell us, but he did. Yeah, he's going to join the cast this fall. NBC announced it at his upfront presentation at New York City Radio City Music Hall.
Fun.
I think it's going to be great.
Michael Bublé's another good little Canadian.
He is a good little Canadian, and he has a good sense of humor. If you watch Jan, Jann, on Hulu, it's the funniest show I've ever seen, really. He really makes fun of himself. He's in it, and he makes fun of himself. So does Katie Lang.
No way.
Yeah, they all make fun of themselves, and they all collectively hate Celine Dion. Well, hate's too strong of a word. I would never put that on the Canadians, but let's just say they think she's a rung above them. Let's just say maybe Celine has placed herself in that category, or they have all decided.
Yeah.
But I think it would be funny if Jan could get Celine.
Oh, yeah.
Although she's not, I think she's not doing that well. That's too bad. But Yeah. Anyway, Michael Bublé has a wonderful sense of humor, so I'll applaud.
And a wonderful singing voice.
Well, and I said, was Katie Lang nice? And Chan's like, well, yeah, it's Katie. I offered her a ride and all the things, hair, makeup. Went, nope. Drove herself, showed up on a motorcycle, got off, did the show. I'm like, fantastic.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm here. What more do you want? Snoop Dogg, more Snoop Dogg news. Snoop Dogg's Dr. Dre alcoholic beverage sponsors the Arizona Bowl. That's college football
Nice.
for you non-sporties. He's getting into the college football bowl business with his historic sponsorship that recognizes his 1993 hit song and recent beverage line with Dr. Dre called Gin and Juice.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're going to bring the juice back to college football. Is that supposed to be a joke about OJ?
Oh.
Yeah.
You've been watching a little too
I've
much.
been watching a lot of that.
Nobody thinks of that anymore.
No, well, I don't know. Now it's all out there. So that's great. I would like to be in the Gin and Juice Bowl. I'd like Missouri to get to that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can. I don't understand all that.
If we can.
Tay Paris.
Oh,
Wow.
so good.
They mic dropped everybody. They got giant bracelets or friendship bracelets. And unless it was a fake video I saw, it looked very real.
It's a drum.
It was a drone that dropped them on the Eiffel Tower. They piled up like bracelets. Pff, top that, Sweden. She's heading your way. Well, what are you going to do as a welcome?
Right.
These things keep getting crazier and crazier where you're like, holy shit, what are we supposed to do? How to welcome her with this kind of zest?
Yeah.
Anyway, update. What?
Added the tortured poets.
Oh, she added the tortured poets.
It's important.
It's important if you're a Swiftie.
Yeah.
Well, my cousin Connie will be very excited. And
I'm gonna call Connie.
yeah, Connie. Con, have you seen this? Oh, I sent her the video of the Paris things, and I'm like, look at what they're doing to welcome your Lord and Savior. Stevie doesn't get those kind of welcomes. How come there aren't a bunch of doves being released downtown? Welcome, Stevie. Here's your white-winged doves. We should have released like 100 of them. How much can they cost? $10?
Pigeons.
My friend, yeah, your pigeons. Go over to Andrew, my friend Andrew. He's got all kinds of birds. He'll loan them to you. Because he's like a animal whisperer. They'll all fly back to his little farm. Those guys. One time on the road, they sent me a video. Andrew and Brian said, can we take this to your property? And it was like this owl that was seriously pissed off. And I'm like, what?
What do you mean?
I'm like, yeah, I guess. It needs to be relocated. It's going to kill all the chickens. We know how to catch it. They did.
Well,
Yeah, and then I got home and it was hanging out in a tree, but it didn't stay. It probably went back to Andrew's, idiot.
true. Yeah.
I don't know where it went.
Followed their truck back.
I'm like, you can relocate anything on my property except snakes. I don't like, no. And he catches snakes with his hands. I don't want one of your extra pythons or whatever you got going on over there, Andrew. I'm not interested in that.
No,
I'll take your chickens, goats,
chickens.
whatever.
And they have a lot of goats.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't think the night guards would be happy with the chickens.
No.
Update. The panda war is over, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
China pledges a pair of pandas for where? San Diego Zoo.
Oh, back to the beginning.
Well, that's fine. At least they're giving us some.
Yep.
For the first time in more than 2 decades, China is sending pandas to the United States to delight of the San Diego Zoo, which is preparing to receive a pair, and that's good for the pandas. It's 72 and sunny every day.
You know why they
It's
chose
nice.
San Diego?
Why did they choose San
It's
Diego?
the furthest away from the White House.
It is far away from that, but it's also an easy stop from China. You're going to have to land on the West Coast anyway. Why keep flying? Just leave them there. Here you go. We're done. You could just drop them out. Here you go.
Logic is stupid.
I follow all these panda sites on Instagram, and they're so clumsy and silly and goofy. I don't know how they've existed in the wild without just everything mauling them to pieces. They're so, it's like they're untrained puppies or something. I don't know how they live. It's gonna be a pair that include a female descendant of Baiyun and Gao Gao, two of the zoo's former residents that were among the most reproductively successful panda mates in captivity. It also signed agreements with the zoo The Spanish capital of Madrid. They're in talks with Washington, D.C. See how you behave. And Vienna, quelling fears that Beijing ended its historic panda diplomacy with Western nations due to diplomatic tensions. Well, I think there's a lot of other problems in the world right now. And maybe we're not so focused on that we're mad at China.
We're very mad.
You know, I don't talk about the news, the real news and stuff, but I could not help laughing. And I know it's not a laughing matter, okay? But some of the kids at Columbia University that boarded themselves into a building and they were not supposed to, they did that against the rules. The girl came out, she's like, we're going to need food and water. That's a human right. Okay, if I go lock myself in a closet, and I said to Brian, I go, oh my God, now they want the revolution catered. I never thought we'd get to this level. You want Grubhub and Uber Eats, or you're just going to stop. And then one girl goes, they turned off the heat in there. It's just too cold. She quit because it's cold. Come on, man up, guys. If you're going to stand up for whatever it is you believe in, then commit. Right. Wait, we're not getting dinner? Fuck this. Susie said they'd have food. This is my road comic, though. I never expect food anywhere where I go. I always have my little Haribo bears. I always have pretzels. I'm a one-man band here. You could keep me prisoner for days, and there's enough snacks in my backpack. You never hear from me.
It's a human right.
It's a human right. Lady, you locked yourself in a closet. I can't.
It's ridiculous.
I know. Update. Speaking of kind of politics and traitors, man who attacked police after storming U.S. Capitol with Confederate flag gets over 2 years in prison. A Kentucky man, always blame Kentucky. He was carrying a Confederate flag. He was sentenced Monday, more than 2 years in prison for pepper spraying 2 police officers in the face, partially blinding them for hours during the January 6, 2021. Right? His name is Israel Easterday. He was 19 years old when he joined the mob. He used the pepper spray to assault the Capitol police officers. See, I don't know. I never did understand the January 6th thing where they're very pro-cop, but you're attacking cops.
Right.
Which is it? Are you pro-popo? Or are you anti-popo? You pro-popo? They cited his youth as a reason for handing down a prison term, 2 years to 6. It was over 5 times lower than his initial sentencing. Well, 19, you're old enough to go to war, you're old enough to vote. Still can't rent a car.
No.
I have a problem with that.
You can drink in Canada.
You can drink in Canada. What else can you do? At 18, get an apartment, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Checking account.
Yeah. He was homeschooled by his mother while living on a family farm, and he may not have fully appreciated what was going on there. Well, you went to D.C. It's not close.
You know violence.
And you took your flag. Yep.
You chose that flag.
Yeah, you chose the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even apply. What do we eat? None of it. It's just people.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll never forget a long time ago, I was working in D.C. and my mom and dad, I was at the D.C. Improv, and they go, we're going to come there when you're working because we're going to protest the Iraq war. What? Okay, I've never heard of my parents doing anything like that. And they were about 67. And I go, guys, and she had a bad knee. She was waiting on a knee replacement. And I said, you guys, you were supposed to be hippies and protest in the 60s, not when you are in your 60s. This is going to be the most horrible walk I've ever had around D.C., but I was afraid to not go with them or they won't find their way back. And I don't think we had cell phones or any of that then. This was whenever that was. And at one point, I'd never seen my dad. Well, I couldn't tell you the last time I'd seen him run, and he bolted across this field. And I said, where is he going? Like, you can't get lost in 250,000 people. I needed them both near me to corral them. She goes, oh, they just announced Susan Sarandon's going to come out on that stage over there, and your father thinks she's the hottest person that ever lived. I'm like, oh, my fucking God. I go, Mom, then we have to go. We can't keep marching. And then when I got to the Susan Sarandon area, he didn't know it, but he was in gay Bears wanted marriage in Alaska. There was a subgroup within the group. This is what I'm saying. All these things. This guy's got a Confederate flag. What does that have to do with anything? There's people with flags and all this Palestinian Israel stuff that have nothing to do with it. All of a sudden, you just see a Canadian flag. What? Stop it. Put that away. What does that do?
Right.
But I said, oh my God. And my mom goes, well, I don't understand why anyone is advocating for bears to get married. I go, they're not real bears, Mom. It's a term in gay guy land. They're hairy guys. What? Never heard any of this. Oh, there's so much you haven't heard of, Mom. It doesn't even matter. Just the guys that are a little chubbier sometimes, bigger men, hairy, they're called the bears. And they don't mean real grizzlies getting married in Alaska. I can't even believe we're having this conversation. But thankfully, I did find... I found him, and I'm like, you can't run. I felt like, oh yeah, we saw her. Yeah. I'm like, what does she have to do? This is my thing with celebrities, though. Well, it worked for him. He ran for the first time in 10 years. He physically ran probably a quarter of a mile. Wow. And I'm kind of shocked after all those years of smoking, he didn't just fall over. Right. I was like, well done. You're still here. Mm-hmm. Susan Sarandon, I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Like, if we're going to listen to somebody speak, but, I mean, I didn't think George Bush was going to come out and listen anyway. But I am not of the generation of protesting. I don't understand. No. My dad's like, well, it's to clear your conscience that you said it. I go, do you think George Bush is going to give a shit that 250,000 people are out here? I don't. Do you think Dick Cheney will care? I think they're going to do whatever they're going to. And they did. They went and they did exactly what they were going to do.
And
so
if he's even at the White House today.
Can't I just protest it in my pajamas at home watching the news going, that is bullshit, and I'm going to write that down. Why do you have to get on? And they never did it again. He was just, I don't know, my dad was you're attacking the wrong country. He just couldn't get over it and couldn't get past it. And then they said they were too tired to come to my shows. I'm like, that's the reason you came here. I thought, no, it was not. Nope. I go, that's fine. You don't have to come to the show. I don't care. Whatever. Stay in the hotel. Mm-hmm. Update! Elizabeth Holmes.
No!
We have an update on Elizabeth. It's been so long since I've done her voice. Her prison sentence has been reduced again.
Why?
Good behavior, Paddles.
What?
That's right. She's scheduled for release August 2032. Her sentence was reduced by more than 4 months, as her previous release date was December 2032. Only 4 months. I mean, there's going to be rich people that are going to come into play. This whole sentence, I predict, I'm not Nostradamus here, but I say it's going to be reduced by 2 years.
2 years?
That's what I'm betting. They leak these little things out. Oh, he's a little thing. Oh, here's a thing. And then, she's going to be out in 2030.
Yeah.
Which is only 7 years from now.
That's ridiculous.
People incarcerated in the U.S. can have their sentences shortened for good conduct and completing rehabilitation programs, such as a substance abuse program. She didn't have a substance abuse. No, she's a sociopath.
She's a psychopath.
Do we have a sociopathic rehab thing? No, we don't, because it's impossible. She was sentenced originally to 11 years and 3 months in prison. We'll see. Just saying. Update!
I hate her.
Then we have to talk about baby reindeer. I'm so obsessed with
it. I love it.
Update! Termites, I probably led some of this. And I think we may have jumped the gun on freeing Britney. Mm-hmm. Shit's unraveling.
It's getting weird.
Now, I still think you have the right to be crazy as an individual. Mm-hmm. She got in a shit show thing at the Chateau Marmont, which I've only been to twice in my life, and I went to the outside bar, like at 5 o'clock when they would let normal people in, non-celebrities, and a drink was like, I don't know, $9,852. But I wanted to see it once because there's so many famous things that have happened there.
It's a good martini.
And yeah, it is a good martini, and I like the outside part. But anyway, she got in a thing up there, and her foot was all hurt, and then she said her mother did it. And then she's posting more crazy videos, and she's inching towards bankruptcy. So says this article. And I can see it. She's flying to these resorts that are like $2,700 for her room per night. There's no income.
Right.
This is all outcome, outgoing money.
Spend.
And she's young. Yeah. What is she, 40? 42? Will you Google that, Paddles? How old is Britney Spears?
42.
Oh, look at me getting that right.
Good job.
Yeah. She's having a lot of episodes. I won't go through them all.
She weighs 125 pounds.
She weighs 125 pounds. What a strange thing to just put up there.
Her. Yep.
Per her? Oh, I thought, well, okay.
Yep.
She's worth $70 million in 2024, with just under $3 million in cash. The majority of her assets are purportedly held in real estate and investments. Although $60 million might seem like a huge sum to the average person, it's pretty low for a megastar. Well, I don't know. She travels to Hawaii almost monthly, flying privately. She booked the presidential suite. Oh my God. At the Four Seasons, spending upwards of $350,000 each time. So if you're going to blow through $1 million in a weekend, that's $60 million. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we did termites. Did we free her too soon, or is just this going to be the outcome?
That shitty boyfriend's dealing with.
Yeah, she has a shitty boyfriend. Well, who else would get involved in all that? Unless you're like a saint or something. Update. This is from the update from the In Your Business section of this podcast.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's your business. Red Lobster today. Sign of the Cross. In memoriam, closed 50 restaurants, and they didn't tell the employees, which is really shitty.
Oh.
There's a girl on TikTok, I think she's from Buffalo, saying, I don't have a job. I can get another job, but I'm just saying if you work at Red Lobster, FYI, you could be on the chopping block. They are trying to declare bankruptcy. Well, that's an option, or find a buyer. So I assume cutting out the 50 that were not profitable, the least profitable. But how do you not tell the employees that? I mean,
Yeah.
just I wake up today and I don't have a job. That is really mean. You are a corporation. You should be organized enough to go, hey, in 2 weeks, we're going to close. They're mostly in New York and New Jersey, the ones I've read about. To be able to tell the employees a month away, hey, why the secret? Because you're trying to make some backdoor Chapter 11 deal? That's not nice.
No.
What about all those biscuits they probably had already made?
You can buy those mixes at the grocery store.
I know the mixes at the grocery store. There's a young comic who happens to be a fan of mine, and I sent him that because it's his favorite thing.
Really?
Yeah, and he made them at home, and he said they tasted great.
Wonderful.
And he worked at Red Lobster in Times Square.
You're kidding.
Nope. And he didn't tire of the biscuits. I go, you'll get sick of them if you work here, right? He goes, no,
No.
no, never,
No, I
never.
do it every day.
And I love the stuffed flounder.
Stuffed flounder.
Yeah, I used to take my grandpa every Tuesday and Thursday. We would go to Red Lobster. He loved it.
And you get stuffed flounder.
I got stuffed flounder. It's a total old person thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He liked it too though. I don't know. And they're auctioning off all the shit. And so what about the aquariums?
You cannot get an aquarium.
Who's getting the lobsters? Baby Cat would love to stare at some lobsters in an aquarium. They're already in the aquarium. This is all because of the endless shrimp promotion. You just don't know what Americans are capable of. We literally ate you out of house and home. And you didn't see it coming. You did not see it coming. I didn't need the endless shrimp promotion also allowed guests to order other things like garlic shrimp scampi or shrimp linguine alfredo for just $20. Then it hiked to 22 and then 25, but the damage was done. New foot traffic hadn't been meaningfully busted. They thought getting all those other people in there would, and it didn't work.
Nope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That's hilarious.
I'll let you know. Termites, are there any termites in New York and New Jersey? Did the one by you close? There's one by me, not too far away. It's open. Well, as of yesterday, because I made a video in front of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We're going to talk about what are we watching.
Stuffed flounder.
I love stuffed flounder.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they have really good, they had, I don't know, have good hush puppies.
You're like a 70-year-old man.
Sometimes I totally am my grandpa. I'm falling right in line with that.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to just say, before I get into Baby Reindeer, I tried to watch A Man in Full because I love Jeff Daniels. I love, 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 love him. And I can't. And I think it's David E. Kelly. The whole thing seems dated.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I tried. I thought, okay, maybe this will level out. It's too fantastical. It's too crazy. I don't believe it. You believe Succession. And it's not because of Jeff Daniels. And he has a wonderful Southern accent, especially from a guy from Michigan.
Right.
He sounds awesome. He gets an A+. The acting in it was fine. Everybody was fine, and Jeff was great.
You can't open it with Shania Twain.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. I think it's just David E. Kelly.
Okay.
I mean, well, you know, Alec McBeal was fine back in the day, but
Fine.
I think it was trying to be like Succession, but you just don't believe it.
No.
And I don't know.
No.
I tried. I do think the OJ thing is extremely well done. Again, because why? 30 for 30, ESPN. It's under their thing. Most 30 for 30s, though, are only an hour. And they ended with him having a wonderful college career. And I was like, huh, is that all we're going to say? We're not going to mention his career in Buffalo. We're not going to mention the little murder, the accusations of murder. We're not going to mention going to jail. Well, I never saw a 30-30 that was a 7-parter.
No.
Wow.
No.
It's good. Although it does get you re-mad sometimes about different things.
It's
But
on Netflix now.
it's on Netflix. And if you just need something you can even do other things while you're watching it. But it's very well done. Very A+. And so many things I'd have forgotten about. I forgot about Reginald Denny. I'd forgotten about Rodney King. I mean, I know him, but I hadn't thought about him in forever.
Gino.
It's a wonderful history of Los Angeles, the mood of everyone,
Yep.
and then how we got to where we got to. And then the aftermath of him robbing the guy in Vegas and going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay.
Are you gonna out yourself as how you feel about Palm Royale?
How I feel about Palm Royale? I told you I can't. I'm done. And Bob and Clark are hollering at me, you have to watch the last episode. No, I don't. I do not have to watch the last episode. The one before the last episode, I just went, oh, come on. Now she's in love with a whale on the beach. Like, Jesus Christ. And I wanted that show to be good. I like Ricky Martin. I like that lady, the blonde lady. And I love, what's her name? Allison Janney. Yeah. It's ludicrous. It borders on farce, and if you're going to do farce, you better do it right. I've never seen it done correctly. Lewis always tells me, well, this one and that one, and I'm like, nope, that's another strikeout too, Lou. Didn't make me laugh, didn't make me think. It's just fucking a waste of idiotic talent.
It was a pretty whale.
Then part of me is like, okay, what is the very, very end? But I could just fast forward to that. But Baby Reindeer. Let's talk about Baby Reindeer. Now, if you didn't watch Baby Reindeer yet, or you don't care, fast forward. I will not do more than
40 minutes.
No. 5 or 10. 5 or 10. 5 or 10. Just humor me. So I watched Baby Reindeer. I love the Scottish accent. And that lady who plays her isn't even Scottish. She's English, but she does a wonderful Scottish accent.
Wow. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Cool.
And when you watch it, I think he is crazy, but she's definitely crazy. And Lou said, yeah, but sometimes he's normal, so that makes him crazier. I said, I understand what you're saying, Louis, because she, I think, is truly mentally ill. He is sometimes doing crazy things, but also can hold down a job. And like, he's not, I don't think he's mentally ill. I think his was situational.
Okay.
That's just my non-degreed thoughts on the couch on that. But anyway, so if you go watch that. Well, then Piers Morgan, who I don't usually like to support because I think he's kind of like a live version of The Inquirer.
Yep.
And he's done things that are very questionable. I didn't even know he still had a show. I didn't know there was one on in England. And then he got kicked off that. I don't follow any of that. And now he's on YouTube. You know, he's got a show called Uncensored, or at least that's the episode I saw. And he has...
On TV or just YouTube?
Just YouTube. He had on Martha is the name of the stalker in the show. Her real name is Fiona Harvey. She comes on as herself. And he said, why are you coming on this show?
Right.
Well, the internet sleuths have uncovered me and they're coming, to out me. I can't keep doing that accent, it's too hard. The sleuths. She said they're threatening her.
The children.
Well, it's a 55-minute thing on YouTube. And if you watch Baby Reindeer, you need to go watch this. I had to watch it twice because I'm like, there are so many things I'm missing. Because
You watched Baby Reindeer.
I watched them both twice
Oh.
in order for this podcast.
Uh-huh.
There are so many things, and this is why I had kept my phone on, that she says that contradict herself within the show. Now, Pierce has done a lot of criminal shows, I guess, like Dateline type things. I don't follow his career whatever. But he is pretty good at this. And he says, you know, is any of this true? No. Did you go to prison? No. Were you sentenced to any time in prison? No, it's all made up. It's all made up. She's denying all of it. However, in the beginning, throughout the interview, she keeps conceding. First, she says she sent no emails. Then it's, well, maybe 5. And then it's less than 10. And then, for some reason, at the end, she just admits she has 6 emails and 4 phones. And he goes, well, that's not what? Normal. It wouldn't be. She goes, isn't it? Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, what? 4 phones, 6 emails? But her things, she says she has a photographic memory. Then he asked how her grades were in school, and she said she can't remember anything. She says she can't remember all kinds of things, forgetting that she already said she has a photographic memory. She also says in the beginning, she thinks the bartender guy, now I forgot his real, Gadd, Richard Gadd, that he was a homosexual. And then at the end, and she just threw that out there for no reason. But he's homosexual. I'm like, what? We were talking about phones. What just happened there? But anyway, right. Anywho, we'll just let that one slide. And then later in the interview, she says he asked to sleep with her. Well, which is it? You just said right. There are so many contradictions. I think. So then I went on Reddit and everything. I'm like, why can't we just look it up if she was in prison? I don't know about other states, but in Missouri, little tipster to Missouri termites, if there's somebody you're questioning, go to missouri.casenet.gov and you just put in the name, their whole criminal record comes up. If they don't have one, nothing will come up. Right. I thought everybody had that opportunity. Well, I guess British privacy laws are way more intense. Like that could get called out if they were in court, and because she says she's going to sue Netflix. Netflix, I do think has a very big problem. I think they should be consider themselves lucky that I think she's mentally ill, which is not nice to say that but for them, because they said we took every precaution to hide her identity. Bullshit. She's chubby. You got a chubby actress. Scottish. You told the actress to speak with a Scottish accent, and she did. Both are lawyers. Both lived in the area that they're claiming. Both went to the bar, Holly Arms.
The name of the bar.
They didn't change anything. No. You could have said she's an accountant or works as a physical therapist, and you could have made her skinny. You don't need to make her chubby. Like skinny people can be crazy too. You don't need to. Thanks. They're skinny crazy people. Sure. You don't just blame it on chubby people. That's not nice.
It's a life lesson.
I think Netflix is full of shit, and Richard Gadd is full of shit, that you tried to protect the identities. And then even the guy who he claims raped him at the Edinburgh, that guy from Edinburgh, everybody thinks it's this one guy because everything's the same. And he's like, well, it's not him. Well, I don't know.
And this has been going on a week.
He's been silent. Netflix has been silent. I don't understand. With Cuckoo Fiona, where are your parents? Richard, where are your parents? He said, I told my parents not to watch. Oh, come on. That's the other thing in the interview. Fiona says she'd never seen the show, but then she'll go, I mean, the thing in the bar, I never did anything like that. I mean, I was told about it. She kept coming up with, I know that's an Irish accent, I did it, but
I prefer it.
Everybody's in a lot of trouble. And I don't know. I think Netflix should just be glad, because if she sues them and says, you defamed me by claiming if they are true, she's fucked.
Yeah.
If she did go to prison, and she had previously stalked another woman and her husband, the one we'd already talked about on this podcast, and that's all factual. But the lady went to file the paperwork to get basically a restraining order. It's a different terms over there. And she didn't complete the paperwork, but it did scare the shit out of her, apparently, Fiona, and she quit. She left him alone, so the lady didn't pursue it. I wouldn't either. Who cares? As long as you just want the person, stop, you know? Well, go watch. And when she gets caught in a tangle in her own head, she'll close her eyes and go, I'm like, oh, it's gonna blow. And then she rolls her eyes at the back of her head for a little bit. I would love to see one of those body language people go, This particular set of ticks means she's lying. This percent she doesn't like what she's being accused, told to the word. She doesn't like any of it. I mean, there's so much contradictory shit. I can't believe. But where are the witnesses? Where are the people that worked at the bar?
Right.
Where's the trans the trans lady that he dated? Could she come on and say, yeah, that lady beat the shit out of me in a bar like they show on the
Well, and why did
thing?
she not press charges? That bothered me.
I don't know why they didn't press charges that night. It bothered. I don't know why people don't do that.
Right.
I think people just want it to be over with and they're freaked out and they run away. I mean, I could see I'd be afraid of her too.
Yeah.
I mean, better just to run away and quit dating whacknut,
Right.
which the trans lady was like, I'm done. It's like, exactly. The first person that's done, and Terry. That was the first person that made a logical, smart decision in the entire show.
She's a therapist.
Yeah, right. She was a therapist. Yeah, where she just went, you're unhealthy.
Get away.
Chubby over here is out of her fucking brain. I'm out. Like, great decision. You don't need all this in your life.
No.
Anyway, I can't recommend all of it enough. I don't love to promote peers, but that's where we're going to find Fiona / Martha. Yeah.
We'll put it in the show notes.
She's real mad about it now. There's videos. She's very mad. Now she wants $1 million for it.
$1 million.
Yeah, they claimed she was offered 250,000 euros, whatever, same. But I don't know if Piers pays. Does he pay? Did he give her? Did they give her $250,000? His YouTube channel?
Now she's mad.
She's really mad at Richard.
She's purple.
Oh, and she hates that the actress who portrays her. Oh, she said she's going to sue because of the way she was portrayed. How can you do that if you've never seen it?
Right.
You don't just from shit quote. Is that what you're gonna put on a legal document? Shit I've heard makes me look super dumb.
From the Daily Mail.
From the Daily Mail, exactly. She is very, very, very mad that she thinks the actor lady who portrays her is uglier than her, and she makes it very clear. She's like, because he goes, well, there's a strong resemblance, and she goes, do you think so? She's really pissed. And I'm like, and he goes, well, you're both, Scottish. You're both, she'd be much younger than me, Piers. And she goes, you're a year younger than me. Whoa. Well, how do you know that? Did you Google that? Who the hell Googles? I mean, I just Googled how old is Britney Spears, but I don't know Britney Spears and I'm not in a documentary about Britney. It's a little weird.
Wow.
That's all I got for you.
That's fantastic.
Go
Well
get,
done.
go get it. Go get it.
Enjoy your rabbit hole.
Holy shit, they found it. This is crazy. Scientists have discovered 3 extinct giant kangaroo species in Australia and New Guinea, furthering our understanding of the evolution and distribution of these marsupials. All 3 species belong to the now extinct genus something, too hard for me to say, and lived 5 million to 40,000 years ago. They were double the size of the largest red kangaroo living today.
Stop it. Wow.
And sometimes on Instagram, when you see those videos of the big male kangaroos punching,
Yep.
they're beast.
They're huge.
They're like UFC ready. Like they're cage fighting. I'd put it. Yeah, that would be. So imagine one twice that size. This is why I'm so glad I live now. People are always like, "Oh, the world is in such bad shape." Well, there's not some fucking 25-foot tall kangaroo standing outside my door, ready to beat the shit out of me from my box of Cheez-Its. Come on, little one, give me your Cheez-Its. Like the animal. No, I mean it'd be great to see one, but I don't want to live amongst them. There's bazillions. There was a clip of some golf tournament in Australia, and a I don't know what you call a bunch of kangaroos.
Probably
A group, a gaggle, a herd. I bet it's a herd. A whole herd of them.
It's a mob.
A mob? Really?
Kangaroo mob.
A kangaroo mob.
Or a troop. Or a
But
corps.
the guy did say mob in the video, and I thought he was kidding. Like, it's funny because it's like they are like a mob.
From the PBS fact sheet.
Oh, it's from the PBS fact sheet. Look at us learning something. Wow. Oh, great. Good for us.
Kangaroo mob.
Wow. Okay. Well, all right. We're moving on to news. Plans for the tallest building in the United States of America. Where do you think it's going to be? Paddles?
New York.
It's not New York City. I was going to tell you that, but I didn't get to page 2.
Okay.
It's crazy. And I have I have a good feeling about it, but I also have something as a Midwestern person whose state borders Oklahoma, I would like to address with the Oklahomians. The tallest skyscraper in the United States,
Tulsa.
Oklahoma City.
Stop it.
Now,
Cool.
I do think it's cool, but I also see it as tornado bait.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Especially
I don't
lately.
know as anybody lately, right, as another one's going to whip through here.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one at in Missouri yesterday at Tiger Woods' golf course, Paynes Valley, the top secret one in the super Ozarks. And my younger brother's friends were there.
What?
Yep, they have a video of them running from the golf cart, and then one guy, you can hear a guy go, "What about my clubs?" And then that's that guy goes like, "Get the fuck inside, man!" I mean, it's a massive tornado coming. I tried to find out, but anyway, yes. Developers and a real estate company are adjusting the already ambitious plans to construct the boardwalk at Bricktown Tower by a few hundred feet to make the building reach 1,907 feet high. It'd be the tallest in the country. Bricktown, there's a comedy club in Oklahoma City called Bricktown Comedy Club, and I don't. It's probably I've never worked there, but I imagine it's part of this thing. It's like an entertainment area.
Go to the show notes.
The symbolic height honors the year that Oklahoma was admitted as the 46th state into the United States. Right now, the firm's initial application had the tallest of the buildings, 4 towers reaching 1750.
4
Which-
towers.
Yeah, it would have made it the second tallest building behind Manhattan's Freedom Tower. But it's going to go higher. If approved, it'll be the 5th tallest in the world.
Whoa.
It's gorgeous. I don't know. I know what they're doing on the bottom. It's entertainment, mixed use space, all that. I don't know what we're going to do on all these other floors. What-
Yeah.
What do we? I mean, commercial real estate is not really a hot fire right now.
No.
I don't. The mixed-use project spans 5 million square feet, 1,700 residential units, 2 Hyatt hotels, condos, 110 square feet of commercial and community space.
Well, if it's 2 hotels, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The top floors of the super tower will have a restaurant. Oh, I'd have to go on a clear day. If I even saw any kind of clouds, I couldn't sit up there. I'm like, no. I don't have my cape on to fly. I didn't bring my cape. And there's going to be an observation deck, which I won't ever go out on either because I'll be terrified.
A deck. Oh.
Yeah. Oklahoma City has 608,000 people. Is, according to 2020 census, is one of the fastest growing cities in America, jumping to the country's 20th most populous cities last year. I'm going there. It's on my schedule somewhere. Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's with Dallas.
It is.
Yeah, it's hooked up with Dallas.
Yep.
So I wonder if they. I want to see if they started by then,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on with Miss USA. Oh my God,
I heard about this.
Miss USA announces she's stepping down due to mental health reasons, and then Miss Teen USA, Baby USA, she quit too, and then and then the lady that was runner up, she doesn't want it.
No.
Nope. She's like, I already made plans. I said I'm going. Like, oh no. I didn't win, so I was free, and I already made plans. So, yeah,
I can do it on Tuesday.
she's gonna finish 11th grade and just go with her summer plans. Like, I don't want to be Miss Teen USA. I didn't really win. Oh my God. Everybody, what are they doing to these women? You know, well, here's what I don't think, people, and this doesn't mean, I do love that people this age stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think they enter a deal with people my age and they don't realize how the people my age aren't gonna, I would, because whatever you need to do. I've learned that from one comedy club owner in my life. You just make your people happy and but basically it's a lifelong thing. They'll do whatever you want for you. Instead of having people mad,
Right.
make them happy. Well, I think the Miss USA is probably a lot more ceremonies and ribbon cutting and appointments and than they think.
Fluff.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Miss USA, Noelia Voigt, she's stepping down because of mental health. She's thanking everyone. Deep down, this is the beginning of a new chapter. I didn't know you could quit.
I didn't either.
She's got to prioritize her mental health. Advocate for yourself. I I think it's too much and you don't have any say-so.
No.
You signed all these papers. You probably got so excited. I get it. I've signed dumb contracts in my life with not a lawyer present. And I didn't even tell my dad because I knew he'd say, don't sign that. And I wanted to fucking do it. So I just did it like an idiot. Well, then you don't know what you're really on the hook for.
Miss Colorado just stepped down in support of Miss USA.
Oh, no. Miss Colorado's quitting too. Miss Missouri, you hang in there. You'll be the last one. Don't quit now.
Me too.
Oh,
Oh my God.
they don't like what it's becoming. But I also don't understand.
You go, Colorado.
They said that Miss Hawaii will take Miss USA's place if she can't, quote, fulfill her duties. The duties part is what I don't think the young people are investigating enough before they get involved in all this.
Miss USA is 24.
She's 24.
Yeah.
She still can't rent a car either.
No.
No.
No. She gets a free ride.
I don't mean to speak like this to all 20-year-olds. I'm only mocking the ones that I find extreme.
Right.
I actually heard a 20-something next to me on Southwest goes, nobody manifests like Mindy. What? Well, then I want to meet Mindy. Because I don't think Mindy's manifested well enough to get herself off Southwest. Why aren't you in first class on United? We're stuck in Southwest, Mindy. Come on. Think harder. Oh, my God. I'm not throwing all 20-somethings in the same bucket. I'm just saying the extreme ones.
Oh, there's some cool ones.
No, there's some very cool ones. At my own
Yuma Sophia is 16.
Asian. Miss Teen USA is 16. I just don't think they understand what the commitment is. And then it comes down to it, and they don't want to do all that. I would not either. But that's something I would say, well, wait. What do I get if I win? And tell me what second place is.
Right.
Like,
Be the Vice USA.
yeah, that's my thing. Be vice president. Yeah, same airplane, same liquor.
Good perks.
Yeah. Miss Teen USA says her personal values no longer align with the pageant. I don't even think I have any personal values that I could go, oh. Well, I'm not going to go to the comedy festival in Edinburgh because it doesn't align with my personal values. Kathleen, what are your personal values? I don't really know, but I know that it's not that much work, and I don't like to. I don't manifest at all.
No.
Nobody manifests like Mindy.
I don't even know what that means.
It means Mindy thinks of things and they come true. Come on, Paddles, keep up. For the first time in the 72-year history, the pageant has neither a Miss USA nor a Miss Teen USA.
Nor Miss Colorado.
Or Miss Colorado. And you don't have a runner-up. This thing is falling apart at the seams. I'll do it. I'll quit comedy and I'll go out. I'll go out as Miss Ozarks.
Miss Ozarks.
I could be Ozarks. Yeah. She'd been grappling with this decision for months. She's going back to school. I look forward to the rest of the years. I finished 11th grade as part of the National Honor Society and start college application process. Thank you to those who support me for who I am and always been, not for who I've momentarily become. Oh! What does that mean? What did you do?
Right.
And then I started digging deeper, and then I just thought, I don't care.
No.
It's a fun story for the podcast, but like I don't really care to go that deep.
No.
All along, my personal goal as the head of this organization has been to inspire women to create new dreams. Like, that is word salad. What the fuck does that mean? Create new dreams. First of all, I don't create the dreams I have.
No.
Or I wouldn't have half that I have, where the boat's sinking and I can't get out of the cove. These dreams do what they do. I'm not in charge of that.
Nope.
Create new dreams. It's just word salad.
It's ridiculous.
Have the courage to explore your new dreams and continue to preserve integrity along the way. I hold myself to the same high standards, and I take these allegations seriously. Please be assured the well-being of all individuals associated. You know what? If you don't like it, I do jokes about it in my act. I do agree. Quit. Mm-hmm. If you can, I don't know lawyer-wise. I don't know. You could be sued.
Right.
Is anybody really? What did you sign? This is what, when I was 24, no, well, I didn't, I think I made my first CD at 26, 27. Yeah, I should have had a fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
But I didn't want one. And I had a free one at home.
Yep.
But I thought, well, if I show it to him, he's going to say, don't sign this, which he would have. And I signed it anyway. And now I've regretted it every day of my life.
Exactly.
Well, when it comes up, which is never anymore. But kids don't read stuff.
No.
I was one of them. Some kids do, but a lot.
They're in charge of a lot of your stuff, those kids.
There's a lot of children in charge of my world. That's why I always have to qualify and quantify everything I say about people in their 20s and 30s.
Yep.
Yeah.
We love Franny. We love Sage.
I love Franny. I love Sage. Sage is just amazing. Katie. I thought Katie was like 54. Because she's so good at what she does. And she's so, every detail is covered, every single thing. And if you did mess up once or twice here and there, I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. Everybody does it. That's never even happened. She doesn't even, it's amazing.
We love Maggie.
Yes, there's a million of the youngsters. I was wanting to read what the other one said, but I don't. Miss Colorado quit. If you want to quit, get in on it now.
It just happened.
Ladies, who wants to quit?
Go manifest your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do it. Manifest. Nobody manifests like Mindy. Nobody. It's just crazy. Panera.
Oh, God.
I love Panera's tomato soup.
I know you do.
And when my dad was sick, there was one that wasn't too far away. And for a year, I went there too. And then the lady knew my order. Yep. But
It's expensive.
it is kind of pricey.
$10 for soup.
I know. It is kind of pricey.
I mean, are they growing those tomatoes in the back? No.
I don't know how they're making that, but it tastes exactly the same every time, which makes me believe it's not made there. I don't know. Now I'm just talking where I'm going to get sued. I don't know. That's what I go there for, though. And I do like some of their sandwiches.
So does your mom.
My mom loves Panera. So I didn't know this. They're cutting out a thing here that has been blamed for 2 deaths.
Deaths?
Deaths. You don't see that shit at Red Lobster, do you?
No.
Nobody said those Cheddar Bay biscuits caused them to die.
No.
Nobody said the endless shrimp promotion, and they could have eaten hundreds and killed
Probably
themselves.
made them live.
Yeah. They said the restaurant chain is phasing out its charged lemonade, a highly caffeinated beverage that's blamed for at least 2 deaths in lawsuits. Yeah.
What the fuck is a charged lemonade?
One lady said she was left with permanent cardiac injuries.
Stop it. What?
Charged lemonade. See, I would go for the charged diet. I don't like real lemonade. It's too sweet. I'm used to diet sodas and all that. So, but if I'd have tried it. I love lemonade.
Wow.
Yep. They're phasing it out.
Wow.
If it's your thing and you want it, go get it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Highly caffeinated.
I guess. Oscar Mayer is releasing a new first of its kind hot dog.
It's double what's in a Monster or a Red Bull.
It's double what's in Red Bull.
390 milligrams of caffeine.
390 milligrams. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that's not in bars
Causing enlarged heart.
instead of enlarged hearts. Oh, God.
Here's my rabbit hole.
Oh,
What are we doing? Oscar Mayer.
yeah. They're going to have a stuffed hot dog line of hot dogs.
Oh, no. You can do it in a bratwurst, not a hot dog.
Stuffed dogs line. They mix in a lot of cheese, spice, and everything nice. You know, it's already questionable what's in a hot dog. Do we need to add more things that we're like, that's probably not healthy either.
No.
Let's just stuff it with things. Americans love to just stuff. You know, see that pizza that's full of cheese and fat and everything that'll kill you? Let's stuff that crust. Let's just shove a bunch of fucking cheese right in there. What else can you do? And then let's have a cheese side dip for that. Well, yeah, that's 50 cents extra if you want that. The 3 new flavors are cheese, jalapeno, cheddar. No. Chili cheese.
Oh.
And stuffed dog flavor with its namesake ingredient for a bolder bite. I'll try them. They're coming out this summer.
Oh, God. $
$4.99 for an 8-pack. I'll do the work of the Lord.
$4.99 for 8 of them. That's not quality ingredients.
No, that's terrible food for the backyard. But it's fine. I would taste it. But
Baby cat will taste it.
the baby cat, they don't eat human food. It's really weird. All of the cats I have ever had in my life love it. They don't care. No. All right, we're gonna do. Well, I'm gonna go to a celebrity rider thing before we close up shop. I already did Rihanna. I already did Paul McCartney. Jay-Z. He was whatever. Celine Dion, we did her. We did Cher. She had a separate room for her wigs. Trying to remember. Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Okay? I like Mary J. Blige a lot. I would pay to go see her. I never thought about this, but it's not stupid. She wants a new toilet seat every place she goes.
What?
How are we going to prove it's new? Do we have to leave the tags on?
I want a sticker.
The cost of her request, her rider, are $5,000. She wants it installed before she arrives. It's her most important requirement, and she's asked for all in it in all the cities where she has performed. However, since this is one of her only requests, people working on sets are usually only too happy to fulfill. See, that's it. If you have one weird thing, nobody cares.
Right.
Maybe even two weird things. Don't go crazy. Nope. You could stop at Lowe's and get her a toilet seat. You just tell there's 20 kids working that night. Does anybody live by Home Depot?
Right.
Great. Can you run in and get a toilet seat for Mary J. Blige? Yeah, a kid, we love to do it. Will Smith. I don't know if this is still true these days. A 2-story trailer for filming. His request is $2.5 million for his rider. Wow. Huge demands. His own 2-story trailer that was cost $2.5 million. The craziest part is that the trailer even comes with a $200,000 kitchen and its own dressing room. After constructing the trailer, his main requirement working on set is to have enough space to park his giant trailer.
That's a double wide.
Barbara Streisand.
Oh, boy. Gird your loins.
She wants a police dog who checked the premises before her arrival.
Oh, come on. Nobody wants to kill you anymore.
Her rider is $20,000. I remember when she performed at the MGM way back, probably 20 years ago. And my friend Don, I won't say his last name, he worked there, and they were building these villas and suites for the superstar entertainers. And I remember him dealing with this situation, because she had people come out beforehand and make sure there's nothing wrong with that. I go, you should go see if it's okay. Just send a kid and make sure it's not garbage. But it didn't seem simple.
No.
That's a nice way to put it. Streisand required a police dog to sweep the premises. It's over the top. Apparently, she thought she was such a big star that everyone wanted to end her career, perhaps by dangerous means.
Oh.
She turned 80 this year, and I said, millennials and Gen Zs probably don't know who Barbara Streisand is. Yes, they do. But she was... There's a couple more. We'll do those next time. Mariah Carey's. I just like to throw out a couple. J-Lo, hers ain't bad. George Clooney. Tom Cruise. Well, very reasonable. We'll do those next week. I got a couple thank yous because I haven't been I didn't have to go on the road because things got shuffled around. But from the post office, fan thank yous to Michael and Lisa from Huntsville. They have their own little pub in their house, and they're in charge of the whole Huntsville, Alabama Irish Parade.
Wow.
The Good Grief Collective lavender foot pads. That's always nice. Who doesn't like that?
Yeah.
And then 4 unknowns. They didn't come, but I did get, just so people always go, did it get there?
Yeah. Amazon stuff.
Irish Drinking Songs for Cat Lovers, a Detroit t-shirt, which is super cute. Catholic Drinking Guidebook. I probably could have written it, but I will check it out. And gel pens and cat socks. So before I read my quotes and sign off, there will be no Pubcast next week. I'm sorry, termites. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Ireland. Yay. Lou is over in Europe right now. And I said, I'm looking at the weather, and it's going to be about 60 degrees.
Cool.
And probably rain, which I said to Lou is my age and my mood. So I'm totally fine with, oh no, I'm stuck in the pub all day drinking Guinness. I mean, the idea is to golf, but if it doesn't happen, that's fine. We'll start with Tay-Tay. Let's see. Liner notes from 2006. I'm not that complicated. All you need to do to be my friend is like me and listen. All right.
All right. Golden rule.
Yeah.
From Connie's spirit animal.
Dolly. Close it out. Okay. Reflecting on her career longevity in an interview with Larry King Live.
Excellent.
When you do something that's really great, it's really hard to go back and top it. And I've kind of always had a philosophy that I don't chew my tobacco more than once.
Oh, I like it.
It was either her or Loretta Lynn's mother. One of the two, Loretta or Dolly, got invited to the White House, and one of them, their mother, dipped.
Stop it.
Yeah. I can't.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'll find out for
That is
the next podcast.
fantastic.
And one of the, Dolly or Loretta was like, Mama, you can't be dipping at the White House. And she just was like, yeah, I can.
Watch me.
And I'm watch me, bitches. You don't think Bill Clinton's ever had a little dip somewhere? I'm sure I'm sure Arkansas had his little dip as a 20-something. Don't say you haven't tried it because I won't believe you. All right, termites. Have a good week, and I'll report back.
Post some videos from Ireland.
I will try and post, I don't know how good my phone will work, but
Galaxy.
my Galaxy, supported by T-Mobile Sprint.
You hate talking on the phone.
I don't care if my phone works. I do care for videos, but I also like being, as we've talked about on this podcast, the green person in threads, because then people won't include me in your thread.
Right.
Yeah. I don't need to be in every family thread. Just one is enough. But then it sidetracks, and then it branches off. And then eventually, who's in fucking green? That'll start. And then it's, God, Kathleen, you make a fine living. What are you doing with this shitty getup? I'm like, oh my God. That is my phone choice. And now I'm keeping it just to be an asshole.
I think we should ask the termites about family threads. What are their thoughts on family?
What are your thoughts on family threads, termites? Sometimes they're quite effective and helpful.
There's multiple family threads.
Oh, there's multiple.
Different generations. And,
Yeah. And then the super young ones aren't included, and then they don't understand why they don't know anything.
Right.
And
Then there's side threads.
there's side threads about the thread.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's phone calls about the threads. Because you don't want to type it because you're forgetting which thread you're on. Eventually, you're going to type something shitty, and you're going to get nailed, and you're going to get caught, and there's no way to undo it. You can't lie your way out of it. You just have to fess up and go, well, in that moment, I felt like that. Now, I don't always feel like that.
I think you're wonderful.
I tried to manifest the text to go away, but it stayed. I needed to call Mindy. She's better at it, but she wasn't answering. I think she was at Hot Pilates.
I'm going to the bar.
Okay, that's it.